NBA trade rumors, Lakers, Warriors among teams stockpiling assets if Giannis Antetokounmpo pulls plug on Bucks stint next season. What if the unthinkable finally happens? What if Giannis Antetokounmpo, the face of the Milwaukee Bucks and one of the most loyal superstars the NBA has seen in decades, decides he's had enough? Around the league, executives aren't laughing off that idea anymore. In fact, multiple teams are quietly preparing for the possibility that Giannis could pull the plug on his Bucks stint as soon as next season, and the Lakers and Warriors are right at the center of the storm. Let's be clear right off the bat, Giannis hasn't demanded a trade. He hasn't leaked anything publicly. But the NBA is a league built on reading between the lines, and insiders are starting to connect dots that Milwaukee fans may not want to acknowledge. The Bucks roster is aging, their draft cupboard is thin, and the Eastern Conference is getting younger, deeper, and more athletic by the year. That combination has rival front offices on high alert. Across the league, several contenders are quietly stockpiling assets, future draft picks, movable contracts, and young talent, just in case the Giannis domino finally falls. And yes, the Lakers and Warriors are absolutely on that list. From Milwaukee's perspective, the pressure is mounting. Damian Lillard's window is shrinking, Khris Middleton's health remains a constant question, and the Bucks don't have the same flexibility they once did after years of going all in. Giannis has always preached loyalty, but has also been crystal clear about one thing: he wants to compete for championships, not just sentiment. That's why league insiders believe next season could be a crossroads moment. If the Bucks stumble early or suffer another disappointing playoff exit, the conversation around Giannis could change fast, and when it does, the entire NBA landscape would shift overnight. The Los Angeles Lakers are watching closely. Despite limited draft capital compared to other teams, the Lakers have made a habit of inserting themselves into superstar conversations that seem impossible on paper. They did it with Anthony Davis. They tried with Kevin Durant. And league sources say they're already planning for a scenario where Giannis becomes available, even if it's a long shot. Why would Giannis consider Los Angeles? The answer is simple: legacy and spotlight. Pairing Giannis with LeBron James, even at this stage of LeBron's career, would instantly make the Lakers must-watch television and championship contenders. And if LeBron eventually steps aside, Giannis could become the next global face of the franchise. The Lakers don't have the best offer today, but that hasn't stopped them before. Their strategy would likely involve a multi-team deal, future picks far down the line, and young players that Milwaukee could flip elsewhere. It's complicated, but in the NBA, complicated deals happen when superstars are involved. Then there are the Golden State Warriors. Unlike the Lakers, the Warriors actually make a lot of sense from a basketball and asset perspective. Golden State still has valuable young players, tradable contracts, and future picks, and most importantly, a culture built around winning at the highest level. Steph Curry, even in his mid-30s, remains a gravitational force, and the idea of Giannis running wild next to him is something opposing defenses would have nightmares about. League executives believe the Warriors are quietly positioning themselves to be ready for one last all-in move during the Steph Curry era. Whether that move happens next season or later, Giannis is exactly the kind of superstar worth emptying the vault for. If Golden State senses even a hint that Milwaukee is listening, expect them to be aggressive. But the Lakers and Warriors aren't alone. Teams like the Knicks, Heat, Nets, and even the Thunder are monitoring the situation closely. New York has picks for days. Miami has a history of pulling off superstar trades when no one expects it. Oklahoma City has one of the largest war chests of draft assets in league history. If Giannis hits the market, this wouldn't be a one-team race, it would be an all-out bidding war. That's why the phrase stockpiling assets keeps coming up in insider conversations. Teams aren't making moves randomly. They're staying flexible. They're avoiding long-term money. They're keeping picks unprotected when possible. All of it is preparation for a potential Giannis moment. From Milwaukee's side, the front office knows what's at stake. They've already shown a willingness to take big swings, trading for Lillard to keep Giannis happy. But there's only so much they can do without draft capital or young blue-chip prospects. If things go sideways, they may face the brutal reality that trading Giannis for a historic haul could be better than risking him leaving for nothing down the line. And that's the nightmare scenario Bucks fans don't want to think about. Still, until Giannis says otherwise, Milwaukee will continue to push forward. The Bucks will sell optimism. They'll talk about continuity, health, and championship DNA. But behind the scenes, the league is preparing for chaos, because that's what happens when a top-3 player in the world might become available. If Giannis Antetokounmpo pulls the plug on his Bucks stint next season, it won't just be a trade rumor. It will be the defining NBA story of the year.